I want you to think about all the women in your life. I want you to think about your mom, your aunt, your sister, your daughter, your cousin, or just anyone you hold dear and close to you that's a woman. And then I want you to think about someone random, completely random, telling them how to live their life, telling them how to go about their day, what they can and cannot do. Now tell me, would you want that? Because I know I wouldn't want that. Now let's go into what the government did in overturning Roe v. Wade. They went from allowing women to have control over their own bodies to now dictating them and telling them what they can and cannot do. In 2022, our wonderful government decided it was a great idea to overturn Roe v. Wade. This made me so upset. I was mad, I was sad, and the more I thought about the women in my life that I love so much, the more I thought about my daughter, my niece, my little sister, and their future, the more upset I got. Because this is now going to negatively impact them and how they're going to live their lives. Roe v. Wade is the name that they gave to the Supreme Court ruling in 1973 that gave women the constitutional right to get abortions. This happened when Jane McCorvey, aka Jane Roe, challenged abortion laws in Texas, and in a ruling of 7-2, it became unconstitutional to deny abortion care to women. Now, almost 50 years later, in 2022, the Supreme Court had decided to overturn Roe v. Wade. So now what does this mean? This means that the choice for women to either keep or terminate a pregnancy is no longer protected by the Constitution. So today, I want to discuss why I think that should be actually reinstated, take back that overturn, and make Roe v. Wade legal again. Now that we know what an abortion is, I like to start off saying, first and foremost, the government should not be governing anyone's body. Let's go ahead and see how they don't take into consideration the physical and the emotional effects that this has on women. With the physical, many women are still persistent on getting an abortion, that they're doing illegal abortions in unsanitary conditions. This could cause a lot of complications and health concerns. Additionally, there's also doctors who are refusing to give reproductive care to any woman because there's such a gray area in what is legal and what isn't. Right now, they're not protecting women who are going to deal with complications, and the only way to save them is to terminate the pregnancy. It's still considered illegal. So now you're putting a woman's health at risk to save the fetus instead of it being vice versa, where you save the woman, and if the fetus won't make it, then it's that. Additionally to physically harming them, now we're harming them mentally. Women are now being forced to continue to carry to term their abuser's baby, whether they're victims of rape or incest. Now they have to carry this pregnancy to term, and after that, it's either deciding to keep the child, put the baby up for adoption, or just surrender the child directly. This causes a lot more mental turmoil for the women than just fixing the situation at hand and getting an abortion early on once they know that they're pregnant. Additionally, the government just needs to stay out, because it's like someone coming into your home and telling you how to run your household. You just wouldn't want that. Or we could even turn it around and say, instead of governing women's rights, well, let's speak on how it takes two to tango. It takes a woman and a man to make a child. So if we're going to overturn Roe v. Wade, then let's reinstate something that will also prevent men from getting women pregnant. I have always said, well, men should get vasectomies at the age of puberty, and once they're old enough or mentally ready to have children, vasectomies are reversible. And it comes to no harm to them, nor does it affect their potency or chances of having children. So why not do that instead of telling women, well, you just can't do this. You're not protected. We live in a world that has historically oppressed women. We have taken many steps forward, giving them the right to vote, giving them equal pay, and then instating Roe v. Wade. When Roe v. Wade was overturned, we took so many steps back, and America has started oppressing its women all over again. Anyone with women they love in their life needs to see this from their own eyes to understand how negatively this affected women as a whole. Reinstating Roe v. Wade will help women live life in ease, knowing their basic health rights are protected. In conclusion, it is my hope that we can reinstate the ruling of Roe v. Wade after better understanding of how it impacts our women and their livelihood.